Hey guys, this is me, KO, from Arsenal Transfers and Analysis and review where I look to discuss the transfer business so far this summer between Arsenal and Liverpool. Starting off with Liverpool, this has been another summer of a lot of changes in the squad. What do you think about your summer signings so far?
So far, so good. I'm quite happy with most of them. First teamers, Nathaniel Klein, he's a big replacement for Glenn Johnson.
I think one of the best right backs in the league, definitely.
He's England's number one right back, arguably. He's proved to be 3 games, 3 clean sheets. You can't really complain about that. Second one is 18-year-old Joe Gomez, who we touched on in the last video.
Top lad.
3.5 million, 18 years old. He's younger than both you and I. And he's playing first team football for Liverpool, not in his favourite position.
His perspective does it.
Then we've got James Milner, who was on a free. It's simple as that. James Milner, you know what you're going to get with him. He's not the most technical.
He's like a 7 out of 10 performer, week in, week out.
He's every manager's dream. He'll do what you ask him to do. You ask him to play right back, strike, right mid, left mid, centre mid, holding mid, cam. Anywhere you want, he will be there and he'll play and keep the manager happy. He's our vice captain and he captained us yesterday.
Yes, he's a great player. I actually rate him a lot. I want him at Arsenal, to be honest, in the squad.
Roberto Firmino, who's played 100 minutes roughly of first team football for Liverpool, showed glimpses of what he can do, but we also in Copa America, what kind of player he is.
Top.
And soon we'll see the rewards of spending good money on him. And finally, the final first teamer, Christian Benteke, who I think is, if you ask any Arsenal fan, any United fan right now,
he's definitely an improvement on Juve, definitely. An improvement on your current strikers, definitely.
Both clubs would take Christian Benteke right now because they're both looking for Man United and Arsenal, both looking for strikers.
32.5 million. Do you think that was a good price to pay for him?
You never, a football player never asked to pay that for them to pay that much, but we paid the price. Just, it puts pressure on him, but we're only paying 16.5 million up front and the rest of the money over 5 years, which is nothing to a football club like Liverpool. But he scores a goal every 2 games on average, which is a brilliant return for a striker.
Scored in his Anfield debut also last week.
Scored in his Anfield debut. It was a dubious goal. Don't think it was onside, but they given all goals count, and who knows, that goal could be the difference of finishing 4th this season and playing Europa League football next season.
Touching on strikers, Arsenal, as you all know, have only made one significant signing, Petr Cech. That has addressed a serious issue in our team. But do you think
I disagree there with the Petr Cech signing. Everyone's talking about it. Petr Cech is an improvement, a massive improvement on Wojciech Szczesny. Is he a massive improvement on David Ospina? No.
Well, I would think, and I'm sure many Arsenal fans agree with that. When you see a world-class player like Petr Cech coming up with all the trophy he has won, compared to someone like Ospina who's only been here for half a season, or sorry, 1 season, playing half a season regular football, you have to take the gamble for 10 million.
Don't get me wrong, he is a world-class keeper, no doubt, Petr Cech, but he's not played first team football for a year. And you could tell that in Arsenal's first 2 games of the season, he's cost you 3 goals. There's no right way of putting, other way of putting it.
But do you think, especially after yesterday's 0-0 draw, he made up for it?
Yeah, he did make up for it, but he made up for it in the wrong game, because you want to be putting points on the board. He should be winning you games there. He didn't win you.
He got us a point.
He got your point yesterday, but against West Ham, it was he cost you 2 goals. 1 goal's alright, 2 goals is not on.
I think as a goalkeeper, it's about confidence. I think he hasn't played for a long time. I agree with you. Last season, he barely played. But I think obviously trying to forge new relationships with the defence, with Koscielny and Rice, to understand how they operate. It takes a bit of time. But I think yesterday showed his class.
Your main issue, and it has been for quite a few years now, is your strike. 2 years ago you signed Mesut Ozil, you didn't replace Giroud up top. Last season you signed Alexis Sanchez, you didn't replace Giroud up top. This season, so far you've signed Petr Cech. I think you're addressing matches that you don't need to address. Goalkeeper, I think, was not the main of your worries because of David Ospina. David Ospina, when he came in and replaced Szczesny last season, he had a brilliant.
I agree. He was
brilliant
great.
turn. He was brilliant, and you made a signing in Czech. But you ask an Arsenal fan, would you rather have Ospina and a world-class striker, or Giroud and a world-class goalkeeper? And you ask him.
I would agree with Adi here. I would definitely like someone like Luis Suarez, someone like a Sergio Aguero in the team. But to be realistic, there aren't too many of those players.
World-class strikers are not worth 40 million or £1. You're not going to get Luis Suarez for that much money.
So do you think Arsenal made a mistake there? Because I thought that with the £45 million, with a decent bid, we could have got Luis Suarez that year. But you never know, we might still have him now.
Apparently, Steven Gerrard said to him, "You're not going to be making a move up in the world if you're going from Liverpool to Arsenal." He proved that season. We finished second, you finished fourth. So Suarez, I think, made the right decision of staying that year, and he could be playing at Arsenal right now, but he's playing in the best strike force in arguably in history, in Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. They won the treble last season. He made the right move, I think, at the right time for him, and now he's a treble winner. I'm sure he'd much rather be a treble winner than an FA Cup winner.
So talking back to Liverpool again, last summer he had to do the Luis Suarez money at 17 plus million, and he didn't spend it well. Do you think Liverpool have learned from last season's mistakes? He bought players like Adam Lallana, it hasn't really set us in the end. Vicky Lambert, which didn't work out. Balotelli, who we've just heard has rejoined AC Milan, has not played very well. Do you think Liverpool have made vast improvements this summer compared to last year?
I think we have got a few of our signings from last summer. I think, as you can see, Emre Can, £10 million.
He is a wonder.
He's 21 years old. I think he's 21.
He can play anywhere.
And he played centre half last season. And now he's playing centre midfield. You saw yesterday, he pressed so hard against Arsenal, and he caused mistakes for your midfield and your defence. And he's a very, very good footballer. He played well for the Germans and the 21s this year.
What about like Markovic, Alberto Moreno, those players?
Alberto Moreno cannot defend. Going forward, he's brilliant. Defensively, I'd much rather see him play left mid. Lazar Markovic, I think he needs game time, but we can't change our team to fit him in here.
You can't change a winning team that's doing well.
Exactly. So I think I'd personally like to see him go out on loan in the Premiership, hopefully, to maybe a Swansea or someone like that.
A decent team that
Crystal Palace maybe.
Good run of games basically. Yeah.
Aston Villa, someone who they'll help him develop into a Premiership footballer and producing good performances week in, week out. But overall, I'm happy with our transfer business, but we've just got one matter to address, and that's defence and midfield probably.
To continue on that, where do you think Liverpool can strengthen in the last week of the transfer window?
I think we can only strengthen there, maybe a backup left back, but I don't think that's our worry. Our main worry is defence and midfield. Lucas is apparently going to Besiktas. Nobody knows where that's going, but if he does go to Besiktas, then we'll need to replace him, and the players that we are being linked with are Victor Wanyama, which I want to happen. I think he's solid, and
I want him to come at Arsenal.
for 10 to 15 million, it'd be a bargain. And he's solid. But the other one is Ilya Ramendi from Barcelona. He's like
Real Madrid isn't he? Real Madrid.
From Real Madrid. Ilya Ramendi from Real Madrid. Rafa Benitez will.
Obviously, that Liverpool connection will definitely help.
Might help us because they've just signed Mateo Kovacic. So we've got a good chance of getting him. Ilya Ramendi is a deep lying midfielder, so he's a bit like a Xabi Alonso.
With those two signings, I think I could definitely see Liverpool being top 4 defenders. Definitely, with those two signings. Would you agree with that?
I think regardless of who we sign, if we keep Lucas, if we don't, we can still challenge for top 4. I think last season Man United finished top 4 because we were just shitter than them. It wasn't that they were good.
Probably true United fans would agree with that. United weren't outstanding. They were giving long balls to Fellaini all season, and it was a transition season to be honest with Liverpool. They were still struggling to fit in all these new players and they didn't really adapt.
Now you're seeing that with Dejan Lovren. 20 million we paid for him last year, and there's been shouts for Mamadou Sakho to play, but Lovren hasn't been at all bad this season. He's had 3 games, he's had 3 clean sheets, and I'm very happy with him. He gets stick, but sometimes credit given where it's due, and he deserves the credit. But more about Arsenal signings, I'm worried. I'm not worried, I'm quite happy actually. You're not signing anybody.
We've all heard about Benzema, yesterday, his tweet saying that he is basically staying at Real Madrid. He called Arsenal fans clowns and all that kind of stuff. It looks like Benzema's definitely up there. In terms of a world-class strike, which all Arsenal fans are craving for, who do you think would be the most realistic out of players like Ibrahimovic, Cavani? Who do you think we can possibly sign?
One thing, I don't think Benzema is world class. Many people say he is, but is he in that Suarez, Aguero, Lewandowski bracket? No, he isn't. He's a very good striker. He's close to being world class, but he's not world class.
Do you agree for the Arsenal fans? Benzema not world class?
Before Arsenal fans say he's better than Christian Benteke, but he's not world class. He's not like the Torres of 6-7 years ago. He's not like the Suarez of right now. He's not like Sergio Aguero. If Arsenal do get Benzema, Madrid will replace him, and whoever Madrid replace him with, Arsenal should be going for that player instead of going for Benzema, because Madrid are not going to not improve their strike force. So if they get rid of Benzema, they're going to look to improve. So why beat around the bush? Why not go for the player that Madrid want? Because you've got the financial power right now to do it, and you've not spent much money this window.
I agree. You spent one signing on, that's
You
the
like,
least
you like talking about net spend, Arsenal fans do, and your net spend is very low. So let's see if you can splash some cash.
And that's all we have time for today. Thank you, Ali. Again, great insight into the transfer business. There's only 1 week left on the transfer window. Quite interesting to see who Arsenal and Liverpool will be signing. But that's all for today. Please leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you're new. Follow him on Twitter, Ali. Follow me on Twitter if you can, if you want to anyway. Take care, guys, and peace.